disappointed, just, lack of effort, bad start. And, I thought the last 15 minutes of the game, that group played really hard, played well, got after it. If we would have started it like that, with that same kind of energy and enthusiasm and toughness, it might have been a different game. But unfortunately, this is now 3 or 4 games out of 4 that we've not started well. And so I'm going to have to take a look at, why. Defense is now, that's 2 games in a row. It's just kind of not been there. I don't really have an explanation necessarily. As far as our injuries go, you guys, I know we've got at least 1 MCL and we've got some other issues there. So I'll figure that out. I haven't talked to the trainer yet.
How would you explain the starters' inability to really contribute offensively? What was, from your perspective, the issue with that group? Maybe?
I thought lack of intensity. I thought the ball stuck a lot. We had some, you guys saw the game. We had a lot of shots at the rim tonight and didn't finish, both from guards, both from posts, not anybody in particular. It was kind of everybody. But I credit Maryland. They came out and they were on point. They were ready to play. The little point guard, number 1, my goodness, what a great player. And we just, when she hits her first 7 or 8 shots, my gosh, we knew she was a good player, but boy, she really played well. And I thought for the most part, we did a good job on Sellers. We just weren't clicking defensively. And then when we can't score, I think we rely on our defense so much that we feel like, well, if we can't score, that's okay. The defense will keep us in it. And, and we've come back from big deficits here this season, but these guys were too good. We couldn't come back like that. So I look at the plus minus in our first unit. It's crazy. So that's on me. I did a bad job coaching tonight. I obviously did a bad job of preparing these guys for this game. But this was a big one, that we let slip away. We can't let any more slip away like this. Yeah.
Same starting group for a while now. Will you consider making a change to that starting lineup?
Everything's on the table right now, sure. Yeah. And for the most part, we've started pretty well. They've had our that's been our best lineup. It was our best lineup at Michigan State. And we started well there, but it's been 3 or 4 now that out of the last 4 or 5 that we've struggled. So sure. Yeah, I've got to. And we have other kids that have stepped up and played well. He's had a great game tonight. Ari Long played well. Sophia continues to be pretty solid. I got to give those guys some run. But, the others have kind of done it. They've proven it in practice and in our games. But, yeah, we'll see. It's not going to be any easier. We got the number 1 team in the country coming in. So, got work to do there.
You talked a little bit about injury. How do you think with injury tonight, how it's going to affect the lineup going forward?
I don't know yet because I don't know what's going on. I do know that one of them's going to be a while. That part I know.
Which player is going to be out for a while?
Well, Scotty's the one that it didn't look good. So and she's had 2 ACLs in her past, so it's something that is has been there before.
You mentioned Maryland's point guard. Was that just the player getting hot, or did you think they did something to kind of get her in a good space?
Well, it's probably a combination. She doesn't normally she hit a couple right in our face, deeper than she normally takes them. She's just a good player and played well. I credit Brenda and her team. They were ready and played a really good game tonight. Nobody's, outside of the game at Michigan where I really thought we were tired. That was the one game where I thought the travels finally caught up to us on our 3rd road trip and 2nd game. We've never used that as an excuse, but I could tell we've never had anybody do this to us at home. And she was the impetus. She's the one that got it started for them.
The second half alone was just a 1-point game. From that bench unit, what did you see that you could use moving forward?
Well, they played fearless. We got out and defended. Okay, we moved the ball, and then quite frankly, we made some shots. Right, Sophia hit a couple, Ari hit a couple. It makes a big difference. And I think with that starting unit, Elisa was hampered tonight too, as you could see with her hand. We didn't have enough firepower early in the game.
About the tall task ahead on Sunday, or what's going to be kind of the focus over these next couple days to?
We got to repair ourselves. That's 2 in a row that we haven't looked good. The defense let us down. I'm not worried about UCLA. I mean, my goodness, I got to worry about the Ducks and get our heads right. And we will. We have a good veteran team, and they'll figure it out. We've played pretty good basketball. We weren't good tonight. What were we? We were 13-1 at home, so we played relatively well here, and we didn't tonight.